Good morning, California. Thank you, Alex. I want to begin. I wake up and first thing I do is I thank God, and I just take a moment to thank the people who make this all possible. So first, we know we have a California Democratic Party staff that does incredible work, that has made this week absolutely incredible, that has brought us together. Let's take a moment to thank the California Democratic Party staff. Second, we've made fun of this hotel. Obviously, it's been a little bit stressful. It's a little bit challenging. Our good friend Ken Burt was stuck on an elevator for 40 minutes. So aside from the fact that, we made fun of it, once we got past the safety issues, which are serious, we got this through together. And some of the speakers here have referred to the fact that it has not been the most pleasant of experiences. But what we do respect and what we do honor as Californians is the workers. We are so proud of our laws in California. I want the servers to stop for a moment. Servers, please stand and just take a moment. Let's all give them a loud round of applause. Smile big. I see you smiling. You deserve it. They've earned it. Which makes a very important point. This makes a very important point. This country, as reflected in this hotel, requires three things. If you want thriving, bustling business, a vibrant economy, three things are required. Number one, you require education. The nations that progress the farthest and the fastest are those that have the best education. Second, access to capital. You have to make money to make things work. And then third, infrastructure. We compete in a global economy. We can't compete with an infrastructure that is second or third rate. And when you don't have leadership, and you can have incredibly hard workers who deserve the respect but are rudderless, you get the Blake Hotel. And that's why we, as a party, as a people, fight for the appropriate leadership, right? Because people think Democrats are against business. There is nobody more tenacious who are harder workers for business than Democrats. Because we want this hotel to work, we want the workers to thrive, we want people to have a world-class experience. So we should never take a back seat on the issue of economic growth. I want to talk about, and a bit nostalgic. So Dave Jones and we have an insurance commissioner who frankly is extraordinary. Dave Jones and I, 2 years ago, went back to suburban Chicago to celebrate our 30-year high school reunion. Dave and I went to the south suburbs, where obviously, as you can look at us, we're Southside Irish. And as I went back and I toured the remodel, Dave was in a vicious campaign, so he had to spend one last day there. But we wanted to go back and see all our friends. I looked at the remodeled high school. Absolutely incredible, different than when we went there. And so as I was doing the tour, there was a quote from the high school it was named after, Carl Sandburg, who was an incredible poet from the Midwest. Nothing unless first a dream. Nothing unless first a dream. We have to understand that as Americans, we are united and we have a better country when everybody is allowed to dream. There is a fundamental division that all the speakers referenced last night about that. We can have an America where our infrastructure works for the privileged few, or we can have a California and America which is designed to recognize the dreams of all. And there is a huge difference when you believe and fight for the dreams of all, because that means everybody is invested together. I think that is the powerful conclusion of the message that this convention and this party is fighting for now until November 6th. It's that we will fight for every single American, and we will build a promise. We have made extraordinary progress. I loved my high school days, but they were hard. They were not without deep struggle. We were the first Asian American family in that community, and we were discriminated against. It was ugly discrimination. But as I spent this week with so many of you, I loved listening to your stories. I loved listening to the African Americans talk about the discrimination that took place here. Ken McNeely, the president of AT&T, came from this area and had a very rough time in segregated Charlotte, North Carolina. And today he's the president of AT&T. And so today America's better because I've made it through, you've made it through, most importantly, we've made it through. But our work is far from being done. We still have struggles today. We still have incredible discrimination for immigrants. I see my friends in the Sikh community. They are being attacked mercilessly because of the ignorance, the hatred, the lack of understanding, the lack of love that impacted me, African Americans, and Latinos in recent years. Let's all fight for the Sikhs to make sure that they are welcome in the American family. Give them a round of applause. Stand up, fight for their respect. So I've reached my time limit, so I'm going to rush through. Just listen to me with patience. I come from the city of big shoulders. That was another statement from the poet my high school is named off. It's the city of big shoulders. We assume a lot of responsibility. We have the great blessing of fortune to be California delegates. We have the great fortune of living in the greatest nation on this earth. But with that blessing comes a responsibility to make sure that this nation is one that has liberty and justice for all. I want you to understand the stakes are high. We understand for President Obama, 4 years ago, when I stood before you, this is when Governor Schwarzenegger was attacking our public servants. I was fighting him from putting 200,000 plus state workers on minimum wage. All it takes one election to move us backwards. So we've had a great week, but it will all be for naught unless we finish the job. So from here on out, you have power. You are special. I love the movie The Help, where they say you are kind, you are sweet, you are intelligent. Every child, when you become an adult, you always have value. So let's make sure that we finish the job. Let's re-elect President Obama. We make Nancy Pelosi our next speaker. We give the Democrats a 2/3 majority, and let's live the promise of America. Thank you, California Democrats.